Good morning, grade 3.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good morning.
Fine,
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Today we will learn about congruent and similar figures. Okay, can you please open your textbook to page 312? This is chapter 9, lesson 5. Okay, now who can read the first paragraph, which is telling about the congruent figures? What do we mean by a congruent figure?
Can I hear us?
Yes, Firas, would you please read it?
Teacher, chapter what?
Chapter 9, lesson 5, page 312. Okay, so we have congruent figures, as you can see here.
Teacher said I have to read.
يلا read.
Congruent figures have the same
Congruent.
size and
Yeah, congruent
figures have the same size and the same shape. Two figures are congruent if one can be moved to fit exactly over the others.
Okay, so would you please underline this one? Have the same size and the same shape. The main thing in congruent figures that they have the same size and the same shape. Okay, that two figures are congruent if one can be moved to fit exactly. It must fit exactly.
Okay.
Okay, like for example, here we have two triangles. They are congruent. Why? Because they have the same size and the same shape. Now we have these two circles.
Yeah.
Do you think that they are congruent, yes or no? What do you think, Cathy? Cathy, what do you think? Are these two circles congruent, yes or no?
What, teacher? I don't hear. Teacher, I don't hear that.
Okay, we have these two circles. Do they have the same size and the same shape?
Yes, sure.
Yes, so they are congruent. Yes, they are congruent.
Yeah, they are.
Now, what do you think, Jenna, about these two rectangles? What do you think about them? Are they congruent, yes or no?
Yes, no,
Yes or no?
no.
No, why?
Because the small rectangle cannot fit the big rectangle.
Excellent, because they have the same shape and the same color, but they don't have the same size. That's why they are not congruent. They are not congruent, okay? Now, similar figures have the same shape. They may or may not be the same size. So here we have to learn the difference between congruent figures and similar figures. Can you, Jenna, read the definition of similar figures?
Similar figures have the same shape. They may or may not be the same size.
Okay, so they have the same shape. They have the same shape, but they may have the same size and they may not have the same size, but they will still similar. And let me tell you something. Are these two shapes here, are they similar? The two rectangles here, are they similar?
Yes.
Yes, they are similar, but they are not congruent, okay? They are similar, but they are not congruent. So would you please on your book underline or highlight these phrases or sentences, okay? Congruent figures have the same size and the same shape. This is number one. And they have to fit exactly each other. And we have similar figures. They have the same shape, but they may or may not have the same size.
I put highlight.
Okay, now let's go to question number 1, 2, and 3. Who can read the question? Abdullah, can you?
The question. Okay. Do the pairs look congruent? Right? Yes or no?
Okay, the word is congruent. Okay? Congruent. Okay. Now, do the pairs look congruent? Right, yes or no? What do you think about question number 1, ya Abdullah?
No.
No, they are not congruent. Are they similar?
Yes.
Yes, they are similar, but they are not congruent. What do you think about question number 2, ya Badawi? Badawi?
Number 2. Do the
Pairs. Do the pairs, these pairs, do they look congruent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have the same shape and they have the same size, so they are congruent. What about question number 3? Who can do it? Firas, what do you think?
Okay.
Okay,
It's similar figure.
they are similar, but they are not congruent. Okay, they are similar, but they are not congruent. That's why we would write, as they are just asking about congruent figures, so we will write here no for the first one. Okay, here we will write no, here we will write another no, and only here we will write a big yes.
Yes.
Okay, now what about question number 4? Who can do it? Hur, can you help me with question number 4, please?
Okay. No.
You have to read the question first. Do the figures look similar? Do they look similar? What do you think? Similar,
No.
the same shape but not the same size. The same shape.
No.
What is the name of this one? What is the name of this one? What is it? Is it a triangle or rectangle?
Rectangle.
Rectangle, thank you. And what is the name of this one? It's a rectangle. So, yeah, both of them are rectangles. That's why they are similar. So here we have to write, yes, they are similar. Yes, they are similar. When we are talking about similarity, Hur, it's okay not to have the same size. They should have the same shape, Hur, can you please help me with question number 5?
Okay.
Are they similar? Yes or no? Do they have the same
No.
shape? No, they are not. They are not similar. So here we will write no. And what about question number 6? Who can do it?
Me, Katrine, please.
Yes, Cathy. Yes, Cathy. Sure.
They are similar.
They are similar, but they are not congruent. So here we have to write yes.
Yes, because they have the
same
same shape, but this is smaller. But we want to see the shape, but
Excellent.
not the smaller or the bigger.
Thank you. That's amazing. I'm so happy with you. Now let's flip the page, please. Badawi, are you with me? Badawi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yalla, let's read this question. Can you?
Copy the
Figures
figures not
onto
to
onto
the
not pay
onto
paper,
dot paper, then
then
draw
draw figures
Miss,
that
I read it.
are com- congruent.
congruent to each. So for the first one, we have to copy this figure onto a dot paper. Okay, then we have to draw figures that are congruent to each. Let me tell you something. You have to care about the shape and the size. Yani you have to draw a square which crosses 3 dots horizontally and 3 dots vertically, okay? Now how about question number 8? We have to draw what? We have to draw a triangle. We say this is a right triangle, okay? A right triangle. It should be the same size and the same shape. Like this one. You start with 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 1. We stop here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do like this. Okay, so this question should be done on your notebook, but it should have it should have the same number of the dots, the same let's say yeah, the same size and the same shape. Now let's move to the other question. Draw each figure on dot paper, then double each side to draw a similar figure. You have to double each side. For example, here we have this one. Look, it's a square. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 dots. Okay, it covers 3 dots from the dot paper. So here we have to double the size. Double each side. So here we have 1. We will cross to 2. We start from here, we stop at 2, then here 2, 2, and 2. So do you have dots paper on at home?
No. No,
You
but we can make dots.
You can make dots, or you can buy a paper, because they should have the same distance between each dot and the other. Or you can use the notebook just like Jenna's one. Jenna, do you still have the notebook with the grids?
Yes.
Yes. Can you please show the book, your notebook, to everyone? Do you have it now?
Just a minute. I want to bring it.
It's okay, Habibi. Thank you. We can use a notebook like Jenna's one to copy these questions and answer them. So you can use a paper if you have. Ask your mom to buy a paper like this one, or you can buy a whole notebook, okay? Okay, a notebook with grid.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Now let's go to question number 13. Who can read the question?
Me.
Me.
Firas.
Yes, Firas.
Me, Katrine.
Me.
Yes, Firas.
You must explain in your math journal the difference between congruent.
Congruent. One more time, Firas. Congruent. Congruent, okay.
Congruent.
And
similar.
Similar
Figures.
figures. Thank you. So we need to we need to explain the difference between the congruent and similar figures. So congruent figures must be the same shape and the same size. The same shape and the same size. And similar figures must be the same shape may or may not be the same size. Would you please focus on this question? It's a highly important one for your final assessment. Would you please write this note on your book that this question okay, that question number 13, page.
Teacher, can I go to the bathroom?
Sure, you can. Question number 13, page 313 is a highly important question. Okay? And you have to
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can. But who can read question number 14 for me? Who can read question number 14 for me?
Me, Catherine.
Me, teacher.
Okay, Cathy first, and then Jannah will read question number 15. Cathy, yalla.
Congruent.
Congruent. Okay. Congruent.
Can congruent
Okay.
figures
be
similar? Explain your answers.
Okay, so do you think that can congruent figures can be the same?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now
Yes.
give me a second. Here we have you have to know that yes, congruent figures always have the same shape. Okay?
Yes.
So yes, and this question is also a highly important question. What about question number 15? What do you think?
Yes.
Yalla Jannah, can you please read question number 15?
Okay. Can similar figures be congruent? Explain your answer.
Okay. So can similar figures be congruent?
When they are the same size.
Yes. Similar figures can only be congruent if they are the same size. If they have the same size, they are congruent, okay? Now, we have a critical thinking question, okay? And it's a homework. I wish you read it and try to answer it. I want to read your answers. You can, it's an open answer. You can draw whatever you want, okay? This is the end. Okay, this is the end of our lesson for today. But you are requested to go to your workbook.
Which one, teacher?
Question number 16. But a highly important one is to go to your workbook, page 115.
Okay, if you want something from us or from somebody, say for us, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.